Welcome to CRE Power Hour, everybody. My name is Lisa Marie Wand. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Stephanie Gillison, and we spent the last 2 decades growing and scaling our businesses. And together, we're bringing you a new space for you to learn alongside the best in the real estate business at CRE Power Hour. And today, our guest is Natalie Wainwright from Las Vegas. Natalie, we're so excited to have you. And let's get right to it. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Time out. Welcome, Natalie. But I'm very nervous because I got 2 Nevada girls on here with me today, and y'all are a little wild.
One is wild, but 2 is crazy. So
exactly. There you go. There you go. Two women powerhouses in Nevada, both in commercial real estate. Awesome. Well, great to have you on, Natalie.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be on with you. My dopamines are like, boom, I'm on fire right now.
You're like sparking. So Natalie, you've got some accolades, which we'll talk about, but you know, one of the questions we like to ask is to hear, especially from powerhouse women in the commercial real estate realm, how you ended up getting into the business.
Yeah, it's a little bit unorthodox. I needed a job, so I went on Craigslist, which is what you do when you're a sophisticated businesswoman.
That's right.
Okay.
First stop, you go.
Craigslist.
I was a stay-at-home mother, and I all of a sudden couldn't have that habit. I was a married stay-at-home mother, military wife, and needed to get a gig. So Craigslist.com ended up at Cushman Wakefield and went in to be an admin. And I was told, you know, you're not qualified.
And we hate those words.
Just what we love to hear.
Yeah, one of the finer moments in my life, I have to say. And so I was hired as the receptionist, and really worked hard. You know, went in an hour early, and knew when to be quiet, and just was quickly hired within a month to be an exclusive admin for one of the top teams, office teams at Cushman Wakefield. So kind of bypass that tier system of, hey, do good up front. We'll make you an admin, a pooled admin in the middle for all the brokers. And then if you're lucky, missed all that and became an exclusive admin for the team in the back. So got really, really excited. They said, hey, in a couple of years, you can get your license. And me being me with 2 kids making $12 an hour was like, no, and borrowed money from my dad and studied all night and in the car. And back in my day, they had the CDs. I don't know if you guys did that.
Yeah.
So they had the CDs, and I would listen to them all the time and like print up at the office. Sorry, CW, but I'd print up the fake tests and like take the test at home. And I passed my first time. I cried like a complete and utter psychopath. And
like happy tears, right?
Oh my God, the happiest of tears. The happiest of tears, because I knew nothing else. And I thought, I'm going to change my life. Like, this is going to change my life. And went to the office and I said, hey boys, what's this? Right? It's a license. Yeah. And then we went from there. I got to be a little bit more involved, and I gravitated towards the tenant rep side for a lot of reasons. And here I am with you ladies today.
That is amazing.
That's
is leasing your primary focus then?
Leasing and purchasing, so representing buyers, not so much putting buildings on the market for sale, but yeah, that's my bread and butter, is leasing on the office and flex space side.
Awesome. How are you picking up those buyers and potential tenants?
Oh my God, you're not going to believe it. So I am.
We will believe it because our last episode we had an amazing guy that does tub talks about commercial real estate in the tub.
Mr. Eddie Gonzalez, my brother.
Yeah. So top that, Natalie.
I can't top tub talk, but he comes to the CREI summit every year. He's a brother of mine. But 100% of my inbound, and about 3 leads a week, are through social media. Truly,
awesome.
Like, and Lisa, like I see you guys everywhere. I see Lisa Marie like everywhere. So when I was invited on here, I got really excited because I like to be on things that are credible and that are with people that are really successful because sometimes I'm taken less seriously because you see me on Instagram and on Twitter but somehow I pull these really sophisticated tenants, so I know how to pull it together. But it's all through social media. It really is. LinkedIn is my biggest ROI. And I can't tell you how blessed I am to represent some of the biggest names in the entire city through resources.
That's so awesome. And we actually have a challenge going with Eddie, and we're going to make you part of it. We told him, how would Tub Talks go over if there was 6 of us all in tubs doing a Tub Talk on LinkedIn? You in?
Oh my God. I'm in. Can I be like in a snowsuit?
A lot of bubbles. Okay. We need a lot of bubbles.
I can just hear my daughter though. It's like, Mama. Oh my God. Okay. I will do it.
All right.
We're going to have you keep your word. So I was at Costco the other day and I sent a picture of the Neutrogena rain bath huge display to Eddie Gonzalez because that's his favorite bubbles for his Tub Talks. So Natalie, when you're on LinkedIn, are you reaching out to specific tenants in your market, or how are you using that?
Okay, you totally cut out. Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, babe. My question was, let's repeat for the blondes in the room, okay?
Yes.
On LinkedIn, are you reaching out to specific tenants in your area in Las Vegas, or is it the content, or what are the tools that you're using on LinkedIn to help promote your business and get those clients?
It's not particular tenants at all. I think that we all have the rent rules. It's how you use them. And so a sophisticated tenant rep broker, I'm exclusive, would never use an expiration to go after a tenant. A no cold calling. All my calls are warm. What I do is I educate the people around me. And so, if you're looking at a lease, what are the things that you're looking for? So I put out pieces of information, and like what you ladies are doing, people are 400% more likely to trust you if they hear your voice and if they see you. So just putting out things like that. I'm about 75% personal business versus 25% just straight business, because nobody cares about your market report. Nobody cares about your just closing. Okay. It comes off like, very haughty and you're the king of the world, and it's just off-putting. But if you can say why that closed deal and mattered or impacted the community, or highlight your client and make them the hero of the story, it really just hits differently. And I like to post about things that I know people are Googling. Everybody's Googling how to find office space. How much is office space? Where should I be? And so I just answer those questions. So it's like videos, it's pictures, it's stories, it's just stuff like that on LinkedIn. And no one's ever called and been like, oh, I saw you close that deal. Now I want you to be my broker. It's always like, hey, I saw that your daughter is 19 without a driver's license. Seriously, it's still happening.
What?
Seriously. Mine too. That was so funny. My wife and I were on the couch just laughing. I've been watching you for 2 years. Okay, can you help me with my real estate? My company needs to move out of 80,000. We need to downsize to 50,000. And that just happened a month ago. So it's just becoming like it's just becoming a part of the tapestry of what they see in their hallway.
So cool.
Long-winded. Lisa's like, okay, take it down. I can take it down.
No, it was good. It was good.
Are you having another blonde moment? Because I have them all the time.
I don't know where a rain bath fit into that one, but I can get in a bubble bath and talk about it.
So you were also president of CRE in Las Vegas. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's something I'm super passionate about. When I got involved, there was probably about 35 members, and it had just been having a tough time. There was a couple of men, and because people don't think commercial real estate women accepts men, and hello, we do. And so I was on a mission to bring in sponsorships, to bring in more people. And I think CRE is where you go when you're in this business and you want it to be a better place and you want to feel accepted. And my first meeting, I walked up and was given 2 hugs, and I needed it. I was shy. Um, didn't really know what I was doing or what needed to happen. But when I went there, I felt accepted. And under my presidency and under the incredible board, we grew it to about 130 members. We blew our sponsorships out of the ozone, and we had, I think, about 33% men. And we know that this industry is male dominated, but we also know that there are incredible men that support us. So the more that we can all come together, the better we all do. And so it's a chapter that is organization that is incredible. And if you're not a part of it, I really suggest you get a part of it on a global level, because you have so much access to deals and thought leadership and just incredible women. Are you involved with CRE?
I have been in the past, but I'm not now. But I'm inspired just talking to you. I need to go sign up for my CRE chapter here, because there is some really great men and women in those chapters, and they have some good speakers, and it's just a great community. So I agree with you. It's great that you were able to grow the Las Vegas chapter. That's incredible to go from 35 people to 130 with sponsorships, and then you're doing scholarships and stuff too, right?
Yeah, they do scholarships and everything of that nature. And to be honest, I haven't been as involved on the local chapter as I should be. When I left Cushman 3 years ago, it was a huge move for me, as you can imagine, right? It's all I ever knew. It was my first job. I had a partner, I had a team, I had staff, and then it was like, hi, how you doing? I'm Natalie Wainwright, and I'm on my own. And so it's been really busy. But if you go to a lunch, I'd love to go with you. I have a home in Reno and I split my time there. So I would love to go with you. If I can.
That's great. We'll definitely make that happen. And then you've also received Power Broker awards for your tenant rep business. Is that right?
For sure. Yeah. And in both markets too. So on office and on flex space.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm starting to do more industrial. I really like it, but I prefer office deals just because that's been my main lane for 10 years. But industrial has been a lot of fun lately as well. And it's a lot less, it's a lot more dirty. It's, quick and easy, and let's just get her done, boys.
Yeah, because women can wear construction boots too, right?
You know what? I don't. I still wear my kitten heels. And
so do I, girlfriend.
Yeah, why do we have to change? We don't,
right.
Just give me the little hat, and and I'm good. I'm awesome. I don't need to, steel-toed boats aren't going to happen. Okay.
No, only if they're pink and maybe they were sparkly. Maybe we would consider, right?
I was told today that that's not the way that works by a team. And I got to tell you, that's fine. Keep telling all of us that's not the way that works. It's going to be the way that it works, and we're going to change it for you. So I think that, things are changing in commercial real estate, and you can either be on board or you can just stay in the past and be grumpy and, mumble under your breath about how things are changing. And it is what it is. It's an exciting time for all of us.
It is. Very exciting. What are you seeing currently in the office, market? You're heavily involved in that space. How is it today versus 5 years ago?
It's changed so much and in such an exciting way. I think I am so blessed to be in to work around some of the top brokers. Now, obviously this is my frame of reference, but I do have what I call the CRE fam. And so I know so many brokers in so many different markets, and Vegas has some of the top tier brokers. I'm talking SAORs, CCIMs. And what I'm seeing is that it's becoming more of a landlord market as the deal influx from California. So we're at an all-time demand on the office front. You read these articles about, other markets, and they're going to have to reuse their office space in creative ways. We're not there yet. They just finished that gorgeous live, work, play project in the Southwest called the Uncommons. I'm sure you've heard about it and seen it. Luxury apartments. I mean, a cafeteria by Michael Mina, like a food hall. It is incredible. It was phase one was completely pre-leased. completely pre-leased. So DraftKings went in there, 100,000 square feet. CBRE moved their offices in there, Morgan Stanley. So they're doing phase 2. It's almost pre-leased. So it's definitely a different market here. It's exciting for me. I'm having the best couple of years of my career. And so I think we're going to continue to see that our office market is in high demand. Now, how office users are using that office, I think will continue to change. I'm loving that I use my hands. And so it's almost like a light show.
It is.
It's kind of like a little bit of Italian, a little bit of robot.
Yeah. And none of my hands. Oh, you can, oh, look, there's a face over here. I apologize, guys. But I'm hoping that landlords can understand there's going to need to be flexibility. So the days of tying in my office users, even if they're full floor, into 10-year leases, it doesn't really pencil. It doesn't make sense. Who knows where we're going to be in 10 years? And then, as an associate of mine just pointed out, they might have the same amount of employees, but they don't need the same amount of space to work the way that it does now. There's hub and spoke models, there's flexibility, the amenities on site are what matter. So everybody kind of needs to come back to the table and rethink things. And it has to do with the brokers not being so commission hungry. Yeah, that 10 years sounds really fun, but is it what's best for your client?
Yeah.
Looks like she froze. She froze in a good position.
Dude, it's like,
which is nice.
She's preaching to him.
Yeah.
I like it.
Natalie? I love the fact that Natalie does the same thing I do from the beginning of my commercial real estate career.
This is what's best for the company.
Oh, okay. So you're back. I think she's back.
Is it my connection?
I think it was your connection.
Drama?
You froze right when you were given the it was great though. It was really good because you were so effective.
It was a good look. Oh, what I was saying, Natalie, is I love the fact that you and I are like, we're going to do commercial real estate as women in our own style. Because from the beginning, I'd be going into a gray shell building or out into, just dirty cobwebs with my high heels and my dress on. And I've never compromised on that. I was out listing an industrial property a couple of weeks ago and it was muddy because we've had bad weather here. And I had on some suede heel boots. And my client was just like, just follow my steps. He was taking me on the path of least resistance through the mud and everything, because it's just the way I do it. It's the way you do it too. And I like that. It's our own style.
I do too. And I think that, anybody watching that might roll their eyes and be like, well, they're talking about what they wear. It's deeper than that. It's about being in an industry that from day one, you're told to not be who you are. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes you're told to be masculine. And anytime I've shown up anywhere or I've conformed to be anything other than what I am, the deal's gone sideways. I've regretted it and things have gone awry. And so if I need to show up and you need to show up and be exactly who we are and exactly what we need to be and want to be, it means that we're there 100%, and that's exactly what it is. And then when it comes to the negotiating, it's an entirely different person. You might as well move the hell out of the way and put on your protection gear. And it's not pink anymore and it's not high heels. They are, but they've got a red bottom and you should be very afraid. And so it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter if I have a smile. We're often told not to smile. I was told that at Cushman Wakefield in a meeting. Don't smile during the meeting. It's a weakness. If I'm sitting there and the woman across the way smiles at me, which happens very rarely, I'm going to smile back. And so I think it's getting rid of all the old BS we were taught, and women of our age and obviously you've been in the industry longer than me. I'm excited to be here.
Obviously. Does she look that much older? No,
not on an age range. No, not on an age range.
About me, Stephanie.
I don't know who she was talking about. I'm just curious.
No, both of you ladies have been in the industry.
Yes.
Have
24 years. Yeah.
Have more pedigree in the industry. And that's why I'm excited to be on with you. Yeah. I'd say we're all in the same age bracket, but I'm saying it's important for us to point out, hey, this is what you're hearing. You don't need to do it. And this is why.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
And I love that.
And the
I do
big
the
word
opposite.
is authenticity. It came up in our just recently with one of our other guests, and we talked about when you're being your authentic self. You said like you're showing up 100%. It's the same thing, because that's how we create those relationships and the rapport, so people trust us with negotiating and handling their deal from beginning to end, is because we are being who we are, and we embody our knowledge and our experience and our own personality. And we're
Yes.
not for everyone, you know.
Yes.
You don't, if everyone's your
Exactly.
client, no one's your client. I swear by that saying, because if you try to
Yes.
please everyone, you're just going to feel like crap and you're not going to be as successful.
Yeah. And if you stand for everything, you fall, or what is that? If you fall for, help me, if you stand for
If you
nothing, you fall for
fall for
everything.
everything,
And
yes.
I think that that is what I live my life by and my deal cycle by. And I just attract the salt of the earth clients that are moving their headquarters here from California. They're moving their families. Right now, I have a company that's moving 80 families to my community. And that means to our school systems, that means that they're going to be contributing members to our societies. They're going to plug into the colleges. They're going to, and I just think what we do matters. And I want to attract the clients that trust me and that see me and that understand what value, we bring. And, to kind of piggyback on what I'm not going to piggyback on anything, to kind of add on to what we're talking about, is being kind in this industry is also a superpower. I think,
100%. Yeah.
whenever somebody comes towards us and we have it happen all the time, that are rude, that are unkind, that are overbearing, that are aggressive, I just see that as such a weakness. So to reframe, anybody that's unkind towards us, just know it's a massive weakness, and they're showing their cards, they're giving their power away. And then you yourself, if you're ever unkind to anybody, women, anybody in this industry, you yourself are being weak, and you need to talk to yourself about it, because we all just need to stick together, all of us, brokers, landlord brokers, everybody, to make this deal work, and have that abundance mindset. And I know I might sound like a bunch of hooey, but I teach this in the corporate world. I teach it at universities and everything. It's just to be damn kind. It goes a long way.
I agree. I agree with that, because I mean, and who knows if it has to do with whether we're women or, I've been in the business 24 years. People around my market, that have been in the industry, they know who I am. But, there's still these old school brokers that have been around, whatever. And, it just happened yesterday where one, he picks up the phone, he's calling on a listing. It's C2 land, commercial land. And he was like, what's the cooperating commission? I tell him. He sends over a commission agreement for 2 points more. I'm like, what? And he was like, but I am da-da-da. I'm sorry. And, it's like,
and your
what
point
is your point is what I am, I mean, it's like so bizarre to me, but it's crazy how, just be kind. Like, what was the point? Why did you call and ask me if you're going to ignore the answer and send me BS,
That's an interesting one. I would love to talk about that one offsite, because I've done that. I've done a form of that, and it's never meant to be unkind. So I find that very interesting. And gosh, I hope people haven't taken it to be unkind. And now I feel a little bit guilty. So that's good feedback for me. I've always just done it to where like you and the landlord could figure it out and make sure that I get paid whatever I'm supposed to be paid, not ever from your side. So that's very interesting feedback. So
I just think, anytime, and I mean, this was a pretty decent, it was a 3% co-op, nothing unheard of or what have you. And he asked for 5. And, there's just not that. But ask, instead of sending that form, have the conversation, say, look, this is why I want this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. That's true. There's definitely a conversation for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things about our business is when you talk about being kind, to me, it's a given that we should all be kind to each other. It's not the reality of the situation. And when it comes to the broker to broker kindness, it is so important and goes such a long way to getting deals done. And Natalie and I are in the same state, so we know a lot of the same people. I know all the people in your office here in Reno. We do deals together, and there's great communication, and that really helps our clients regardless of what side we're representing. But when I have a broker that calls me up or doesn't call me back, it's very frustrating, and it's hard for us to service our clients at a high level. So I feel like those relationships, when I'm coaching new commercial real estate agents, I tell them, when you're doing your prospecting, your cold calling, your canvassing, whatever you're doing, include the commercial real estate brokers in your area. Call them up, introduce yourself, say hello, find out what their specialty is, see if because, a lot of deals get done just because of people, right?
100%. Yeah.
Like, you said you're doing some industrial or some flex stuff in Las Vegas. And so I may reach out to you because I have a deal I'm trying to procure. And so it's important for us to raise each other up in this business so that we can be the change makers that we need to be. And that's part of what Stephanie and I are really passionate about, why we have you on here today, because the old way of doing business it doesn't work anymore, and it hasn't worked for a long time. And, we want to blow that whole stereotype up of the older, what was the word you used, Natalie? Stodgy commercial broker.
Yeah. And it's not so much, I am defensive when people put age brackets on it, like I did earlier, because some of hashtag CRE fam, which you ladies are in, whether you'd like it or not. And if you look that hashtag up on Twitter, it's an entire family, and we're all over the country and in Canada. And you can go on there and ask a question. You are going to get an email with 20 answers. And it's because people will love.
Yep. You notice when she freezes, it always looks good.
I know. How does that happen? Because normally we're like cross-eyed
and want you to be fast. So the greatest people in the are people. Why is it doing? I don't know. I have the most expensive internet of Cox and cable, and still, and I'm the only one home.
There must be wind blowing the wrong way.
It's just ridiculous. But the people that are always learning and want to be better, so it doesn't really matter what age you are, but if you're constantly hiding your paper, like I give the keys to the castle to my competitors on how to find deals the way that I do. Because I just know that, listen, you're probably not going to do it. It takes work. It's free, but it takes time and work. And so everyone just needs to have that abundance theory. It's the abundance theory. Like, I don't want you to have to go and bump your head. I hired someone to be on my team at Logic. I didn't want her to bump her head the way that I did. I didn't want her. I mean, holy hell, ladies, do we have war stories together?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I love that you brought that up, because, Lisa Marie and I connected. How long has it been? 2, 3?
Over 2 years ago.
Yeah. Coming up on 3 years ago. But, it's funny because, we're not the people that are like, oh my God, I got to hide this from everybody. These are my secrets. And, because why get into this? Like, I wish I had a great mentor when I entered the business, right? But I was told no by so many people. So I fumbled, I struggled, I made it, but it took me longer. And so part of that reason, and same with Lisa Marie and same with you, Natalie, we like to share how you win and how you get to that answer quicker. We love that. Like, that fulfills me, helping other people, other agents in this business and other brokers be more successful. There's no reason why. I mean, Lisa Marie got Instructor of the Year last year because she taught people how to utilize certain things to build their business instantly, right? She didn't have to do that. It wasn't even a paid position. She didn't make any money. It's just, look, we like to give and we like to see people win, and why not? And I think that's because when I entered this business in 1999, I got kicked in the face 55 times over. And I'm like, why?
You get handed a seat. I saw it at Cushman. They're like, yeah, come on over. You get handed a seat and a phone, and then they're gone in 2 months. Of course they are. They don't know what they're doing. And why would they? There's no mentorship. There's no school on it. You get the real estate license, and it's all about how to do a home sale. I couldn't sell a home for $1 million. My parents bought their first house ever, and they were like, "So, Sweet Pea, you're gonna help us buy a home?" Hell no! I'm not gonna know what to do. How are they supposed to do anything? So that is so amazing you do that, Lisa Marie. So
You
know,
amazing. And you're a wow.
You're a badass. We like to have badasses on the show. And it's so rewarding to me and to Stephanie as well when we have agents on our team or people that call us. Stephanie and I get calls from people all over the United States that find our phone numbers or they get referred to us. And I was talking to someone the other day and I said, well, tell me what you say when you go out and you're canvassing, you're going to businesses in the area. And she told me what she was saying. And I was like, what's your conversion rate? It wasn't very high. So I said, let me have the conversation with you right now. Will you role play with me? And she's like, okay. So I gave her this high level conversation that works when you're out canvassing for tenants or buyers or people that want to expand their business. And I said, go out and do this and, circle back with me and let me know. 2 agents from my team went out the other day. I gave them 20 really nice flyers. And I said, go out, go to this shopping center. Here's what you say. They got 4 leads and they went to 20 businesses.
I love that. And I'm doing a contest right now with my team because, we've talked to Beth Azor. We've had multiple people on. And she's amazing.
Yes.
But think about it. It's simple. It's simple. It's like what I did in 1999 and in 2000 before there was social media. Let's go back to what worked. That was simple. I physically walked in and asked for business. I physically walked in and said, who needs what, right?
And you need to find the tenants for the space.
Yes.
Hello. Hi. You don't just send a freaking blast
easy
to the friggin' brokerage community or slap a sign on it. No, you find the tenants that work for the spaces.
Exactly.
And
for me, I'm on the listing side. Like I list. And you know what? You don't find new listings unless you're finding those that need to sell something, right?
Yeah.
And so right now, that's what my team is doing. We focus on businesses and we focus on listings in several different sectors. But we have a contest going on right now. They've got a spreadsheet and they've got to say how many, they've got their flyers, they've got their little glossies, their slicks, right? They've got their pitch, they got everything. Who can walk into the most places over the next, month? And who's going to win? Because the person that's going to win is not only going to make a whole big pile of money this year, but they're also going to get a trophy from me.
I want to see what that trophy looks like, Stephanie.
Well, it's freaking awesome. Daisha will send you a photo. It is freaking awesome. Or if Diana, if you're listening, send Lisa Marie a photo because it's awesome.
I want a photo.
Okay, send Natalie the photo. But no, seriously.
Pumped up. Oh my God.
But think about it. Because Lisa Marie's right. We have agents all over the country that reach out, and we love it. Like I do. Sometimes we're too busy, right? But I will get back to somebody. I will get back to them. But I'm like, they're like, I don't have $800 to spend right now on subscribing to data or whatever the case might be. You need to spend a dime. You need your 2 legs. You need some good glossy, who you are to leave it with them. But you need your smile and you need your words. And that's all you need to truly make it in this business. Because think about this, and I always share this because it's so true. If I could do it at 21 years old, think about that. Who the hell listens to a 21-year-old? Well, Nobody. They did when I just kept going back, the more the answer is, well, no. Okay. It's no for that moment, but tomorrow is a new day. It's right. You just keep going back until you hear the yes. It's time. But anybody that puts in the effort wins.
It's so true.
Do you agree?
100% I agree. 100% I agree. And it's like, what is your storefront, your LinkedIn say about you? Like, have your stuff in order, guys. So if you're going to go out and have your name in they're going to look you up. They look you up. Websites everybody has a website, but the SEO for LinkedIn is 100%, the Moz score. So just make sure that your storefront, your LinkedIn is like dialed in and it's not a picture from 1959 and your headline isn't retail broker. We hate you if that's what your line, just kidding. But just have your shit dialed in. Make sure that it's your storefront. It says like what you do, how you can help. Make sure it's all dialed in. It's quick and easy. You could Google how to do it. I mean, it's quick and easy. And then that way, when they go, they can see how you can help them. It's really easy and it's free.
That's so true.
That's the biggest thing, is that it's free. So when people complain to me, I can't find business. Wait a minute. Are you laying in bed? And it's easier for me as a single woman. When you're doing
in bed.
Yeah, I lay in bed at night and I'm on LinkedIn. I mean, that's my bread and butter, and it's free. I don't have Sales Navigator. So
I was going to ask you if you had Sales Navigator or not.
It's so many excuses. It's too expensive. I don't have the money. I don't have this. I don't have the time. And I get it. If you have a family and all this, I have a family, but at night in bed, I'm doing it. I'm prospecting nonstop. So you do what you have to do.
You do.
Well, that's the thing, is just do it. There's no excuses in commercial real estate. There's no tears in commercial real estate. You just get out there and you find what works for you and you do it. The thing is, most people don't do it. So we have this show and we have these wonderful guests like you that come in and share what you're doing. You're sharing your sauce. You're sharing your mojo.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is go out and do it. So I sent my agents out with their flyers with a business card. They did a few businesses together and then they split and they came back. They were so excited. They're like, we're going to go do all these different shopping centers. And I'm like, let's put a strategy together. And so some people like cold calling, some people like LinkedIn, some people like to talk about commercial real estate in the bathtub. There's no one way to do it, but whatever it is, you do it your way and own it, right?
Yep. I love warm knocking. I love to walk into the space and try to get past the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper was me at one point. And if you come in and you're dismissive to me, or you treat me like I'm just a receptionist, when really that is the most important gig there, you hand me anything. Oh, great. I'm going to go back and I'm going to.
Okay, that's my least favorite of her frozen faces so far.
Throw the trash because I don't like you. You're not giving for the lawyer. See, if you have treats, bring me one too. Say, hey, we brought these for everybody.
Exactly.
We brought these for all the workers. We brought these. I brought you one too. Oh my God, were you my best friend for the rest of your life?
There you go.
So just know how to treat people, right? That's really, really important.
And then you look forward to seeing those people every time they come back, right? And you're going to say hi, and then you're going to want to help them. And I love that one thing that Beth talked about, Beth Azor, since we were talking about her, that never asked for the owner, because you're just going to insult someone. So when you were the admin person up front, you want someone to treat you like with care and respect and kindness, and not assume anything, right?
Exactly. And write their name down. Have a spreadsheet. I would have a spreadsheet with the firm's name or whatever, and then her name. And then if you're doing really well, bring like a $20 gift card to the best local sandwich shop. Spoil these people. And believe me, they'll say, oh, we're doing this lunch and learn. You should come, or whatever the situation is. It's better to just become friends with everybody in the community.
Yeah. I love it. Love it, Natalie. I'm so glad we had you on here today.
Oh my God, me too. I'm jealous that your guys' stuff just kind of seemed to stay intact and I look like I might be Mother Teresa. So
yeah, there must be something funny happening in Vegas at the current moment. Who knows?
Thank you so much, ladies.
Maybe there's a balloon flying over.
Natalie, next time you're coming to Reno, will you let me know? And we'll either go to a crew event or we'll go have a cocktail or coffee or something.
We'll go have cocktails.
Okay,
and you all can FaceTime me in.
Yes, we'll do that.
We will do that. Thanks so much, ladies. You're the best.
Thanks, Natalie. You're awesome. Thank you.
Up to you both. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye, all.
Bye.